I'm working with 24 ears of corn. First, we're gonna start with husking this corn. This is gonna take a few minutes to get this all done. What we decided to do was to freeze dry some roasts. So we can have roasts in a year, in 15 years, and I grabbed 4 roasts that I took out the night before and put them in my slow cookers to cook and get ready for the freeze dryer. Let me show you how I did that. This one is a rump roast. This is a beef sirloin roast. This one is a sirloin tip roast. And the next one is also a sirloin tip roast. So what I have is some Lipton soup packets that I need to use up. I am going to dump one in each with, I don't know, maybe a half cup of water. Low and slow, they'll cook all day. And then we'll shred them up. And then later they'll go into the freeze dryer and we'll have shredded freeze-dried roast. All right, these roasts are done. They smell amazing. They taste amazing. Oh my gosh, I've already been nibbling on them. So Derek and I went through the 4 roasts. We shredded it up, but not too fine. They're in like shredded chunks, I guess you want to call it. Oh, it tastes so good. So what we're gonna do now is get them on these 4 trays, and then we'll put them in the freezer, and then in the morning we'll put them in the freeze dryer. All right, we had this go longer because of our schedule. Basically, it took 20 hours. It took 20 hours. So he's gonna open the valve that released the pressure, the vent basically. I know he's going to take them out. We'll get them on the counter. So good news, for the month of October, Harvest Right is offering you $100 off a purchase of a freeze dryer. Just click the link down in my description and use my code APRON100. That is exciting. So if you've been curious about the Harvest Right freeze dryer, go check it out and save $100. So we're getting it in the bag. Shaylee's helping. And then he'll put an oxygen absorber. He'll open that bag, drop an absorber in each one.
One more.
And then he will seal that up with the sealing machine here. All right, the oxygen packets are going in. So I just put some water in there with this big piece. It's hydrating back up quickly. Look at that. Here it is. It did not take long. Seriously, like a few minutes. And it tastes fantastic. You're tasting all the same seasonings that we cooked it in. You guys, this is awesome. So then you can cook it up in any recipe, make sandwiches out of it. Yum. We are so excited to have that in our food storage. Now that our corn is ready, I'm going to chop the kernels off the cob and use it for corn relish and later to put in the freezer. So I like to cut my corn on the side, and then sometimes at the end, I'll hold it up and cut on it, but I like doing it on the side. It just is easier. Ooh, look at all that corn. All right, let's get going on the corn relish. So for this recipe, you're gonna need some sugar, some ground mustard, turmeric, salt, a head of cabbage, green pepper, red pepper, an onion. I'm adding some jalapeno, some vinegar, and if you have celery seeds or mustard seeds, go ahead and use that as well. We are going to finely chop the onions and the peppers. We're gonna do a cup of each pepper. If you have made this relish, have you ever done it with red onions? Because I'm like so tempted to do it with red onions. Now I've seen recipes where they put a little bit of like red pepper in, like red pepper flakes. But I've seen other recipes where they've done a little bit of jalapeno. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today, a little jalapeno. And then I'm gonna wash my hands very well. I am measuring out 2 quarts of this corn and putting it in my Dutch oven. Okay, so 2 quarts. You're gonna need 3 cups of cabbage. Some recipes call for 3 cups sugar and 1 to 2 cups sugar. So I guess I'll do 2 cups and go from there. 2 cups sugar. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of dry mustard. I have my water bath heating up right beside me because it's dark outside. I usually can outside. 1, oh geez, 2. And we're gonna do a tablespoon of the turmeric. And then you're going to need a tablespoon of salt. You're gonna need a cup of water and 4 cups of vinegar, or a quart of vinegar. And I might need to open up another big thing of vinegar. Yep. All right, I'm gonna go into my food room and grab more vinegar. 4 cups, a quart of vinegar. Okay, we're gonna bring this to a boil. Let me give this a good mix. Look how pretty that is. Now that it is coming to a boil, I'm gonna bring this down to a simmer and let it simmer for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, my water bath is ready. Got my cans ready. This is ready to go, all done. And I'm gonna ladle this in the jars and get these into the water bath. All right, now I'm just gonna get the air bubbles out. This one we're gonna keep in our fridge, but I was able to get 7 pints. I'm gonna get this to a rapid boil. Once that happens, then it will boil for, like, process for 15 minutes. Okay, these are done. I have a tray with a rack, and I'm gonna place these on. And hopefully we'll hear some popping noises. Ooh, I just heard another one. These are gonna stay here for like 24 hours, pretty much. So this is corn relish, my friends. Put it on hot dogs, burgers, as a side dish, on a salad. And I did taste it, and it was quite good. I'm glad I didn't do 3 cups of sugar. We picked up raspberries from the farmer's market as well. We're gently washing them and getting them on the trays, and we're gonna get them in the freeze dryer. Since we have our freeze dryer holds 4 racks, we were able to get 2 racks of the raspberries. I'm gonna do 2 trays to freeze dry the peaches. All right, raspberries and peaches are going in, and we usually start at 15 hours and then move from there. These look good. It's like candy, you guys. It really is. Raspberries taste so good. I just ate one. Oh my gosh. So he's gonna put some in a bag to seal up, and then we have this one to snack on. So these will last us 25, 30 years. Derek's using the electric pump jar sealer. It's so cool. So he just does it for like 10 to 15 seconds. It doesn't stop for you, so you kind of have to just count, and then it'll seal up that jar for you. Yep, there we go. We've got raspberries. Yay! So I have 13 cups of corn left over. I have some recipes I'm going to share with you in an upcoming video, but in the meantime, we're going out of town. I want to get this in the freezer, and the recipes I'll be using it in, I could use frozen corn. If I wasn't getting to it fairly soon, I would do the food saver bag. This will go in my freezer, and we'll get to it in the next week or 2. And I'll be sharing those recipes with you. I'm also saving the husks because I have a fun video coming up for you. I was just gonna keep these in this big Ziploc bag until I could get to it, but I don't know how fast these spoil. Okay, 12 ears of corn in each bag for the recipe that I'm gonna do that I could do twice. So these are gonna go in the freezer until I can get to them. For our long-term food storage, roast beef, raspberries, peaches. We have corn relish. Yum, I'm really excited about that. We have things in the freezer. It just feels so good to have things prepped and ready to go. I'm going to enjoy some peach crisp. Look at that. So I already shared this recipe with you on my peach preservation video. I share canning peach salsa. Oh my gosh, you guys, so easy. First time ever doing it. This salsa is super good with chicken. So click on the link below so you can see how you can make your own peach salsa. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you soon.